Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vinay and we like watching anime. My favorite anime is One Piece, but we react to everything action, horror, comedy, thriller, slice of life, rom-com, deep dark, bizarre animes. But let's kick it up a notch. Let's come back and watch our favorite adventure anime. We are watching Frieren, guys. So no Frieren, season 2. We are on episode 5. It's just barely starting. We have not even I'd say Frieren takes its time. Frieren is a very slow, normal paced anime. And then I think there comes a point where it just picks up because the world building around the season, the character building, the world building, everything just sort of clicks in once you get to certain episode, right? For me, that moment in the last season was around episode 6 or 7 when we finally meet the demons and we understand why Frieren is called the Demon Slayer. Well, yes, he is the person who slayed the most demons. That's why he's called the Slayer. And I think that was the episode where I feel like, you know what, this is going to be an amazing series. But it has its moment. It just shows you day-to-day life of our characters. And right now, if you noticed, we had just entered the Northern Plateau. That was back in episode 4. If you want to check out the reaction to that, there's a link in the description for the playlist of Frieren and all the other animes that I've been watching. Hopefully, you'll watch it and enjoy it as well. But let's get back here. We found out the date is done. It started off a little bit awkward, but we still got to the point where it was enjoyable, and they both know how much they matter to each other. Stark and Fern, and of course, Frieren just enjoying it because she was the one. Because Stark actually took Fern to all the places that Frieren recommended, and then yes, it kind of made sense. They ended up talking about Frieren anyway because that's the only thing right now that's common between them. Fern is amazing mage, first class mage, Stark a proud warrior, and Aizen's strongest student, who's probably even surpassed Aizen at this point. We don't know, but we kind of see now that it is still not enough. Even with Frieren, Fern, and Stark combined, their party finds it difficult to tackle or battle the different sort of monsters, demons, which are in Northern Plateau, and that's why it's a very terrifying zone. But we've just entered it, and of course, um, following on the same path as Himmel, the hero Himmel, we are also helping people along the way for whatever reason, for whatever they can provide us with. Last episode, it was just shelter, and we helped them get rid of the monster uh, that was troubling the sides of the Northern Plateau people, because it's their homes, and every one of our character knows how it is, how sad it is, how upsetting it is to lose their only home, and not just their home, the entire area. And of course, with that in mind, they helped them out. It's the battle was a little bit difficult, but we still ended up winning it, and it's gonna get tougher and tougher from this point on. And I am really excited to see it. So let's get started with episode 5 of season 2, Freedom. 29 years. There's still people living here. That's kind of amazing. Hmm. Is that, yeah? Yep, yep, of course. Why? Does he know what that is? Oh wow. People still remember Frieren. Oh wow. Yeah. I guess he's a dwarf. Wow. She didn't Frieren just say that she didn't want to? And now she's suddenly interested in Boshaft. Wow, that's a hardworking dwarf. Hmm. That's commitment. Oh wow. Damn. 200 years. Yeah, I wonder that was a ruins. I wonder if you're just gonna find the Boshaft, how you're gonna replicate it. Okay. Oh wow. So it's an elvish alcohol. Oh wow. Oh yeah. Oh wow, you know who that is. I bet it's due to some sort of magic. Hmm. Is that magic or is it just a magical door? Hmm? Not interested. Yep. Damn. Frieren is bold. You just say no. Because they're interested in money. Yep. Of course. Oh, Frieren, it's so funny. Frieren is the person, is the only. I think there's already so few of elves left. So far, we've seen two people. And I think the guy who we met on the road, who was also an elf, we've seen Frieren, and of course, then Saria. Three elves, sorry. So we've seen three elves at this point, right? And I'm pretty sure that Zeria is available or aware of all of this stuff. She just has a different sort of mission. She has different sort of passion. She has same sort of passion for magic, and I think she is a completely different person. And she is unbothered by all the human sort of stuff, just like Frieden is. I really don't know what sort of people elves were, because Frieren's entire home was destroyed by demons until Frieren's master came in, stepped in, and well, Frieren was able to defeat a lot of them, but not the only one, not the remaining one, and the other demons surrounding them. I think we have so little idea of what Frieren's life was prior to meeting the people. Prior to meeting her master, prior to meeting Zeria, prior to meeting these guys, like we know she participated in a 10-year journey, which in her head, in her time, is basically a split second. Like that's all we know of Frieden. We don't know who her mother was, her father was, friends. Did she have any siblings? Did she are they still alive? Where well, I kind of think they aren't, but that's just what it is. Like we don't know much about the main character of this show, guys. That's how you know a show is good, because the way to reveal stuff about a character, I feel, is not immediate. Either you grow with the character, like from when they were a kid, and then eventually they grow up and start to become something like Asta is, or like Naruto is, like Luffy is, But even then, you keep some sort of stuff mysteries, like who their parents were, what sort of powers they had. Um, that's basically the theme. And the other way is you just never reveal stuff until it's absolutely necessary. And I think, I hope that we get to learn more about who Frieren is and what her character had to go through, apart from just the one tragedy that was shown to us back in first season. And coming back to here, you can see how much people dedicate their lives to the stuff they are actually passionate about. The guy is passionate about alcohol. He just wants to. He's a dwarf. He lives a long life, and he's still in search for the world's greatest liquor. And who else to create that same liquor than elves, who probably do not exist anymore, and that's why nobody actually creates the same stuff again. And I think Frieren knows who Milliarde is, and she knows what sort of barrier that is and how to remove it. Just unbothered, unless she has been incentivized with some sort of grimoire. Unbothered. But humans, we are greedy. We know we have to get by, and if we got that sort of amount, we're gonna get by for a long, long, long time. Not to worry about just pure survival. And yeah, I think that is what it is. I think we'll eventually end up helping this guy, Fass. She didn't even mention how much time it would require. Bear in mind, Frieden was able to break the barrier of the first class mage exam within a day. Yeah, exactly. How much time has passed? I don't believe more than a week has passed. She knows what Boshaft is. Hmm. That's fake. Oh, don't tell me it was an elf who just lied. Finally. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Why? Ah, don't tell me. He's just messing up with people. At this point, I think your expectation would just be so good. It doesn't matter how it tastes, you just believe it's good. Wouldn't that be the case? Does that make sense? Or probably over time, because it has been 200 years, it actually does end up tasting good. Different people, different answers. Hmm. Wow. Yeah, of course. It's crazy that he actually also believed that it's true. He did not have a out outlandish reaction to it. Outstandish reaction, I think. Hmm. Yeah, I just think like imagine if you find such thing, right? If this imagine if somebody said like, oh, there's a burger joint and the burger over there is the best burger to ever exist, and you're like, yeah, I want to try this, but then you find out that the burger joint was closed or it has been moved and you never knew where it was, but you just know sort of the name and or maybe something about that makes it unique itself to that particular joint, and then you just keep searching. Years pass, and you're like, oh hey, now I want that burger, and your expectation of that burger is like way higher right now. And then you're like, you went to this place, you finally accepted that this is the right place, first of all, because you have to accept this is the right place. And then you got the burger, and then it just turned out to be normal. Not even bad. It doesn't, in this case, it was bad, but it just turned out to be normal. What would you do? Would your expectation, because it got ruined, maybe you'd believe that this is not the right place? Maybe you'd believe that, oh, it was only good in that place, or maybe you'd be like, let's accept this fact. It is what it is, and just move on with your life. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. I personally would be devastated because if I had my expectations built up so high and that burger doesn't taste out to be good, I would be like, what the hell? I wasted so much time in pursuit of this thing, and it turned out to be extremely bad, extremely normal. Like, what am I supposed to do? Yeah, but it's nice to see a different perspective of anime characters about the same thing that you would have a different reaction to in your real life. Isn't it funny? One more year. But did they actually get the money though? Wow. I thought the same thing. Then do you just have to eat bread? Wow. She's actually right. There's like literally no cities or towns around there. And even if there are, we don't know what they eat. Wow. That's a great business. Yep. Bad leadership. I think it's supposed to be because of the new leader not taking care of it. Hmm. Do people still remember Frieren? Oh wow, she's wanted? No way, what did she do? Yep. Yeah. How much debt does she have? Huh? 300 years. Oh no. That's why she wasn't traveling. Even her staff. Come on, please solve her problems. Why are you afraid, Stark? That's the end. Season 2 ends here. At this point, she does. How much does she owe? 500. Solve some problem, please. Do we at least know what she did with the money? Come on, this has to be crazy. Frieren and her party. Of all these people, Frieren is the one who owes the debt, and she's just supposed to work off her debt for 300 years. You know what though? Honestly, is that a bad idea? Like in her situation, yes. She has to move along, go forward with the journey, and she cannot just leave Fern and Stark alone for 300 years. They're gonna die. But for for Frieden, that might be a lenient sentence. I think that's like 300 years for her is like what? Um, she's been alive for 1,000 years. 300 years is not bad, and it's literally like you owe 300 coins. That's why you are owing 300 years. That's how you earn back your time. But the problem is, we don't know anything. That's what I keep saying. They keep on building this mystery until everything keeps falling back into place, and then we are like, oh, okay, now that makes sense. And how does she not know that she is literally wanted, or she is indebted to somebody in this region, and she still willingly chooses to go into this region? Is she really not that smart? Oh, so she's allowed to use magic then. What the hell? Is she showing off at this point? What the hell? Wow. Damn. That is beautiful. What are we doing? I'm sorry, what? What just happened? Alright. Is that like Clairvoyance, where she just guides them to a path and they just keep digging? Come on, come on, come on. Don't hold up. Let us know what you're thinking. Oh, okay. Maybe the networks are destroyed. Third. Oh, okay. Damn, demons are still making a mess out of this place. So they have the fund. They just don't have the network. Hmm. Hey, I take my words back. He's a smart person and a very amazing leader. Yeah, I guess that is in her interest. And we are back to building. Wow, they already did. Yeah, and she's free to go. Nice. Not immediately, like, come on. That is right. Okay. Okay. So that's it. That is today's episode. It's interesting to see how many how history catches up to freedom. Because it's funny. It's I think this guy's predecessor predecessor, whoever that person is. So that's like two generations down the line. Um, that's where Frieren was indebted to. Well, not just Frieren, everybody in that party. Now that made more sense because they are a traveling party, they're gonna need funds. It's just a ridiculous amount, even for that time. So I guess knowing this party, they used it to save some people. That's just me. But even then, that was a huge amount that translated into way more money in today's terms as well. And this guy, I actually suspect him like, hey, how does a trading company fall? Bad leadership. That's like the obvious choice, right? And or some sort of corruption or bribery or something in the top management. But in Northern Plateau, there is a problem. People are having a logistics issue. They are not able to get the food or the transport from this trading company. And now it all makes sense. There are a lot of monsters, lots of monsters in this region. And it makes sense why there are. That's why there are people fighting in this region. And there are lots of demons. And these demons are, we've seen, as seen in the last episode, these demons are very strong. So not lots of people, even first class mages would have trouble fighting themselves, fighting these demons on their own, right? There's only some people like the hero of the south, that sort of guys, Himmel or Eisen, or a party like Himmel, Eisen, for Frieren and Hyther. I think a party like these people with such amazing sort of mechanics and fighting abilities and weapons and mages, I think they are the ones who can actually not just survive easily, but also fend off these monsters easily. And rightfully so. They fought the Demon King and defeated the Demon King. And Demon King probably was the only person, as we mentioned before, who saw fluctuations in Frieren's mana. So it makes sense that these people survive, and people would ask for these people. Like people would ask, any person would ask for Frieren and their party's help. And it's just though that the way they put all this together is a bit like as if she committed some sort of crime. And now we are about to see we are about to see the ramifications of this sort of stuff, right? And like they said, Fern and Stark were about to just head into this mine and get her out of it and just escape. That would have made it even more difficult going further down the line, but Frieren knew what she was meant to do. They requested her help. Frieren is, we've seen she's a nice person. So she kind of helped them out, found silver, or makes sense. How do you build back your trading company or any sort of nation, even for that sake? You need money, you need resources. Found silver ore, that's gonna be really, really helpful. And Frieren being the mage, I think she has enough. She has, she's lived long enough to have spells that helps her find this sort of metals like silver, gold, probably even better metals like diamonds and stuff. And we know we found that one that kind of disrupts her magic flow, but it's still valuable a lot, and we don't even have anything that breaks it. That sort of material as well. So yes, it makes sense why they ask Freedom for help, and they're going to rebuild the logistic network. And with that in mind, we move forward. We help each and every village that is in the Northern Plateau, each and every city, each and every town to rebuild themselves and not eat hard bread, which sounds terrible, to be honest. But yep, that was today's episode. Let me know what you think about this episode in the comments. The logistics company, Freeren's new spell to find out silver ore. Hey, that was amazing. That was beautiful. And the reaction of Stark and Fun. Let me know all about that in the comments, and we'll see you for the next one. Until then, bye bye.